You just took office in China in January this year, but you're working in China since like 20 years ago. So after several months' observation, what changes in China have impressed you?
I can say that I'm witness of generational changes in China. Of course, it's easier to grasp visible changes, such as new infrastructure, modern appearances of cities, new technologies. But for me, the most striking success of China is in development of human capital. So now China is a nation of world-class professionals, engineers, IT specialists, managers, scientists, scholars, art peoples, and so on. And these people can solve and find solutions for their issues, for issues of their city, of their country, and the issues of the world. But besides changes, I want also to speak that there is also continuity. So this 20 years is marked by both changes and continuity. Continuity would be that what I witness, that what remains the same in China, it's a sense of purpose to get modernized and to rejuvenate ancient nation.
People-to-people exchange and cultural interaction is very, very important part to our bilateral relations. And we both are countries with ancient civilizations. And I know the Confucius Institute has been established in Armenia for more than 10 years. Chinese fever is increasing in your country. So why do you think Chinese culture is welcomed by Armenian people? And during your term, like what measures would you take to further promote the cultural interaction between our two countries?
There is a great interest in Armenia towards China, and there are a number of reasons. First, it's a success of our bilateral cooperation. So for 32 years of our diplomatic relations, we managed to achieve certain results, and Confucius Institute is case in point. Second, to a certain extent, we are continuing tradition. It's not rather a modern phenomenon, but it has been throughout our history. Our people-to-people contact were developing across and throughout Silk Road. And our cooperation between our ancient civilization left a lot of historic traces in our medieval cities, in the findings of archaeologists, but also in our vocabulary. For example, in Armenian, if you want to define something as of extremely beautiful, extraordinarily beautiful, you are using an expression "chenashcharik." It comes from our old language. It exists even nowadays. So people in Armenia some hundreds of years ago, when they wanted to mention something, to refer to something of extraordinarily beautiful, they would say made in China, made in China world. Besides, there is also Chinese modernization of an ancient civilization, which manages to rejuvenate its tradition, its nation. Is very appealing for many Armenians.
As early as 2019, our two countries signed an agreement on joint visa exemptions for ordinary passport holders. Would you brief us the achievement of tourism cooperation between our two countries?
Last year and this year, we are witnessing increasing flow of Chinese tourists in Armenia. And both the tourist exchanges are increasing in both directions. So we are confident that in next years, in very near future, we would have very huge flows of tourists in both directions.
I know as a major transportation artery in Armenia, North-South Highway is a very important project for BRI construction cooperation between our two countries. So would you share with us the BRI achievement in Armenia? And looking forward to the next 10 years, how could we jointly build high-quality BRI?
Belt and Road Initiative provides a multilateral framework, a very valuable multilateral framework. The highway that you referred to, North-South Highway, is very important for Armenia. And BRI can amplify this national project into international one. And Chinese companies have already been engaged in constructing some section of that highway. But of course, we are looking forward to their renewed engagement to make this project overall success. When it comes to other aspects of Belt and Road Initiative, we believe that there is enormous room of cooperation in the fields of environment and energy.
What area do you think we can cooperate more in the future to promote high-quality BI?
Connectivity, energy, environmental protection. And I think these three directions can play a role of a magnifying role in our bilateral exchanges. Armenia is looking forward to a green switchover, and China possesses new technologies in this regard, and China is ready to offer those technologies to Armenia under BRI, and I think we need to utilize this possibility very effectively.
Recently, the National Assembly of Armenia approved its membership to join AIIB. And I know during last year's visit to China, Minister of Economy, Gevorgyan, mentioned that China and Armenia have huge space for cooperation, and Asia's huge demand for infrastructure is going to bring a lot of positive opportunities to Armenia. So what positive changes, opportunities do you think it's going to bring to Armenia after joining AIIB?
Armenia is trying to diversify its political, security, economic and financial ties. This is very important in increasingly multipolar world, to diversify ties. And our decision to join AIIB is also part of this policy. We believe that involvement of AIIB in our cooperation could provide necessary also financial means to establish new projects in the realm of infrastructure. So we are looking forward, and of course China will be our key partner in this regard, and we are looking forward to shape and to set new agenda of cooperation with China when it comes to the infrastructure development with the involvement of AIIB.
Do you think it can also bring some changes to the industrial development and upgrading your country?
We are trying to create an environment where world-leading companies, particularly Chinese companies, can make investment in Armenia, but also Armenian businesses can cooperate closely with Chinese companies and can find necessary partners and necessary resources to upgrade, as you said, to upgrade our country, to bring new technology, to modernize it in all spheres of economy, but also public life.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.